To check out how we graded prospects individually in this draft class, be sure to check the link at the bottom of the screen. The Los Angeles Chargers ended the regular season as one of the hottest teams in the NFL. They've positioned themselves to be a serious contender in the AFC heading into the 2018 season. And looking at their draft selections, you can tell that defensively is where they want to get better. On the offensive side, I'm a big fan of Justin Jackson, the person and the player. He's going to have a lengthy career as a pro. The Chargers got better on the back end with this draft as they added two outstanding safeties in Derwin James out of Florida State and Kaiser White out of West Virginia. James I graded out as a defensive halfback or slot safety because of his versatile skill set. You can play him virtually anywhere in the secondary and he'd excel. I think he will be a great candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kaiser White is more along the lines of your traditional strong safety. I was at a Virginia Tech game earlier in the season and came away very impressed with how he's able to defend the running game. White is also a terrific blitzer coming off the corner. Uchenna Nwosu out of USC is a really good football player. He reminds me a lot of what they already have on the roster in Kyle Emmanuel, a strong edge setter, good playing the run away, and also has a good sense of timing when pressuring the quarterback. I was higher than most on Zach Crabtree out of Oklahoma State. I thought his tape on both ends of offense was very consistent. He has above average footwork to thrive in today's game. And speaking of thriving in today's game, you look at Trent Scott out of Grambling. He's a guy that can play guard or tackle. I was at the Celebration Bowl this past December. And again, if North Carolina A&T didn't win that game, you can say Trent Scott would have been the MVP of that performance because of what he did out there on the field on both ends of offense. Pat Afriye out of Colgate was a stud edge rusher in the FCS. He has proven to be able to play with his hand on and off the ground. He was the ECAC Defensive Player of the Year and also Patriot League Defensive Player of the Year and has a great chance to have success with LA. Brandon Faison out of Virginia Tech is a very good corner from what I like to call DBU with the Hokies. I like his ability on the boundary. He's also able to do well in press and knows how to wall receivers to the sideline. And keep an eye on Detrez Newsome out of Western Carolina. I had an opposing coach tell me that he was the fastest back that they played against all season, which included 2 FBS squads. So he's a guy that can even add more juice to the special teams. I gave the Chargers a B+ for their draft. Being able to come away with Derwin James when they did was a huge steal. Also, continuing to stockpile depth at the second level is key with guys like Uchenna Nwosu and undrafted free agent Pat Afriye. So looking at the defense this year should be more of how we saw them finish the back half of last season.